welcome back. We are off the rip, and this is On the Road.
That's right. We are on site. Home opener. And, about an hour and a half time, we are going to be seeing the first game at home of the season for the Flyers. They'll be facing off against the Canucks, which, ironically enough, their season opener was in Vancouver against the Canucks. What are you thinking, man? What are your expectations for the game? How do you think this one's going to go?
I think it's going to be live. I think it's definitely going to be, building's going to be buzzing for sure. We're going to hopefully walk away with a W.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Beat them earlier this year. That was a really gutty win.
It was not a good game.
Great game.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the games have been good, exciting.
Yeah, I think that's how kind of what my expectation of the season was kind of more like those gritty wins.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, this is about where I thought they'd be, but they could still, keep the foot, pedal to the metal there and see it through to the end. Gut out victories. I don't foresee this team really running away with games at this point, but
not likely.
Not likely. So the first game was great. Unfortunately, that was the only win they get on the entire 4-game road trip. Now they do have an overtime loss. They get a point there, but that's 3 points out of a possible 8 to start the season. But I'm going to be real with you. I really feel like tonight is where the season starts for the Flyers.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. It was a mixed bag on that road trip. We're back in Philadelphia.
Should have came out with a win in Edmonton.
That one hurt.
Yeah,
but now we're getting fired up. I mean, obviously we were watching it live when, Mish scores his first 2, both on the power play. I can't wait to see him tonight. I am so excited just to get in there.
Yeah, it was exciting seeing that, watching that on TV. I can't imagine what the home opener in person, the Philly fans how they're gonna react.
Yeah, I think this should be definitely one of the biggest attended games of the year. Philly season is over. Maybe the Eagles aren't performing, how expected this year. Sixers are never gonna win. I'm sorry, I hate to be that guy. So I don't know. I feel like people are excited. This is where I feel like we can start seeing the upward trajectory of the rebuild. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if Jet's starting tonight. I hope I get to see Jet as well. And that's another thing. When do you think we're getting Seals back?
Hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No word on that one.
He was skating with the team,
Yeah, he's day-to-day right now. Obviously the hot topic everyone wants to talk about is, the goaltending, but the defense hasn't played as well as it should either in front of him. So a couple of those aren't the goalie's fault, it is my personal opinion on it. And it is too short of a sample size, but hey, I really do think that if Fedotov has a bad third game, now of course Urson's starting tonight, but if Fedotov has another bad start, gives up 5 again.
They're going to be looking. Yeah.
They're definitely going to be looking. So keep an eye out for that. But we are on site right now, about to witness the first home game of the season. Quite the buzz around this team right now. We're about to tailgate, about to get the burgers going, all that kind of stuff. But
typical pregame emotions.
Yeah. So we're fired up, but we'll get you some action inside the stadium, and we'll also give you an exclusive post-game look as well in this video. Thanks for joining us.
twice. And in the shootout back on October 11th, that was the season opener for the Flyers for the third time.
All right, dude, not going so great. They're not playing so hot. What do they need to do in the third?
More pucks on net. Less passing, you know. Keep it simple. Set up the good plays, you know. Live from the second intermission. Got the crab fries. Blue moon. Let's fucking get a couple here, boys.
This isn't real. This isn't a real clip. I really don't want to film this right now. Whatever. Let's just get this over with. This is the Off the Rip podcast.
Post game.
Not a lot really in the positive column to bring you today. Energy was there. We get into the stadium, we get our drinks, we get our seats, which you saw earlier. Great seats. Energy, yeah. I mean, the energy was palpable.
Yeah.
Earlier, you know, right when we got there, obviously before puck drop, you know, not a lot to bring you in the positive column. Flyers lose 3-0. They get shut out at home opener. It's a feeling I'm not used to, especially in a home opener kind of situation.
Yeah, you want to see at least one goal, you know, at least. You want to see some fight. And we just didn't have it.
No, and that's the weird part is just every other game, win or lose. I mean, they were 1-2-1 on the 4-game road trip. Still wasn't great, but I feel like even in the losses, even in the two, let's talk about the regulation losses. Even in the 2 regulation losses on the road trip, there was some fight back. Yeah. There was, you know, this is a rebuilding team.
I mean, a lot of that Kraken game, I mean, it was going their way. They just collapsed for a few minutes there. You know, there's no coming back from that. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, tough like tonight. Tonight was, I don't know, you know. What is this, my second? I guess maybe this is only my second home opener that I've been to. I don't know. I haven't been to too many, but really I was expecting something more. And, you know, a season opener, I was a little surprised. Flyers were able to beat the Canucks. You know,
Yeah.
Canucks won their division last year. So I was expecting the good team then, and we got a win there. And I was a little worried coming into tonight. It's hard to have a team's number, especially a good team like that. And like you said, I just didn't see any fight back. Really disappointing. That building was just out of it all night. You know, before puck drop, there's a lot of energy in the building, and just it never got going.
No, first period, 1-0. You can fight back from that, but they got 2 quick ones there in the second, and that just kills the momentum. It's hard to climb out of that hole once you get in there.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, I think it was the second period where I was just like, man, Mish seems invisible. And then I kind of thought about it for a second. I was like, everyone seems invisible, you know?
There wasn't really a standout player.
It's so sorry we don't really have, much insightful content for you here, Obviously, we're on site. We go to the game. We get to some footage inside the building. Building really buzzing before puck drop, and just never picked back up. The team just wasn't able to get that crowd into it. Hopefully this isn't a sign of what's to come. This is what everyone predicted. This is what the experts predicted, that we're going to be a bottom 5 team, nowhere close to where we were last year. I think we surprised some people last year, and damn it, I thought this year was going to be similar. I thought we were going to improve upon that. What do we have, 87 points last year? 89, somewhere around that range. I thought we were at least going to be around that stratosphere, maybe improve upon that. I think when you talk about a rebuild, it's like, okay, now you want to see the team compete. It doesn't mean we're going to do anything in the playoffs, but for me, making the playoffs would be a big statement this year in terms of the rebuild, in terms of the next step. And I feel like that's the next step this team needs to take. It almost happened last year. Should have happened last year.
Should have. Yeah. Those other teams, with the division, they should not have made the playoffs. Capitals were negative 37 goals against.
Yeah, and shout out to Ovi. I mean, Ovi gets his first goal of the season tonight. Unfortunately, this is an exclusive episode. Obviously, we're at the home opener, Flyers Canucks. We want to give you mostly information about that, but Ovi goal counter, right? We got one tonight, so we're that much closer to history. But unfortunately, just huge disappointment tonight for the Flyers. Really wanted to see the fight back, and I feel like we saw that even in the losses in that 4-game road trip, and just never saw the fight back tonight. So hopefully we see that moving forward. I know they play the Capitals a couple times coming up next week, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we see a different team, because tonight no one was impressed. We go to Xfinity Live and try to just, drown our sorrow, so to speak. It's like we don't have anything positive to tell you. Penalty kill was pretty damn good tonight. That's about it. I think we got it looked like the Flyers from last year. Tonight, The power play looked like last year's power play. The 5-on-5 was absolutely horrible. We give up 3 5-on-5 goals tonight. They don't even try to pull the goalie at the end. It's just out of reach. We're down by 3. It just felt like it was inevitable from a long way out. There was no fight back, so
no opportunities.
Yeah.
To even try to pull the goalie.
Not a great start tonight, but even so, this is the first exclusive we bring you from the tailgate. This is post-game. This is off the rip. I've been Marcus Capaldo.
Oh, man.
This is Jordan Marshall. This is the Off the Rip. And this is On the Road, and we will see you next Friday. Peace.